G'day everyone, it's Engelo Rumora here. I'm your favorite Australian and the real estate dingo, and we're gonna have fun with this blog. And today we're talking about, is the BRRRR strategy a good one or a bad one? Let's get it started. Brr. It's a little bit cold in Ohio today, guys, just so you know. Hey, joking aside. So I had to write this down, so my apologies if I'm not looking at you directly the whole time. But I just want to make sure that I don't get it wrong. Today I'm talking about the BRRRR method or strategy that was coined by Bigger Pockets, okay? Buy, rehab, rent, refinance, repeat. A lot of you guys know I'm a contrarian, but hey, I actually agree with this method. And I'm going to dive into a little bit of detail in regards to something which is kind of correlated with this that I think you need to make sure that you do correctly. Because I kind of used the BRRRR method back home in Australia, and I didn't do it correctly, and it was pretty ugly. I had a lot of debt and it didn't end up being good, but I got out of that mess. That was one of the first mistakes that I made in my real estate career. But guys, I actually want to offer you an alternative and something that I've been doing very successfully ever since I moved to the US. And it's the BRRRSR method. And what it means is this: buy, rehab, rent, sell, and repeat. And I've probably done that around 500 times. So you've heard it here first. Engelo Rumora, the real estate dingo, is coining the term BRRRSR, and I hope that you find it useful. Anyway, so back to the BRRRR method. Guys, look, I think it's great. I honestly do. And I think it's a great way where you can really kind of grow your portfolio. This is my only word of caution for the BRRRR method. And it's this. So when you buy and rehab and rent, what you really need to make sure that you're doing is when you refinance and pull out that equity, that you still have positive cash flow. Okay, let me repeat that again. When you buy, rehab, rent, before you refinance, make sure that you've really crunched the numbers, and when you pull out that equity, that there's enough positive cash flow covering all of your expenses, and the mortgage being one of them, which is the biggest one. Now, I shot myself in the foot back in Australia. And a lot of folks did that here on the East Coast and West Coast, where they were buying, rehabbing, renting, refinancing, pulling out the equity, using those funds to go into another deal, but they were losing money on their monthly mortgage repayments. I would not bet on that strategy. Let me tell you why. What you're betting on is you're betting on that the property is going to appreciate more in value every single year than what you're actually losing on your monthly mortgage repayments. Guys, I know the market's booming right now. I really do. It's freaking hot, right? Like deals are flying off like hotcakes. Everyone's buying on the East Coast and West Coast. But look, it doesn't last. Eventually it stops and it goes south, just like it did in 2008. So don't think that the property prices are going to continue appreciating, and that even if you're losing a little bit on your monthly mortgage repayment, you're still going to have a large capital gain profit as long as you can get into as many deals as possible. Guys, I did it. I tried it, and it didn't end up being good. And that's why I kind of went down the cash flow path. So pretty much, guys, when you are crunching the numbers on the BRRRR method, this is what I really need you to do. You need to overestimate your expenses and underestimate your income. By overestimating your expenses, you are giving yourself a margin of safety, right? So something that I do to this day is I always discount the rent. If I know a property is going to rent for $1,000, I'll do my numbers at 900. If I know the property management fees are hypothetically 8%, I'll calculate them as if they were 10%. Even if my mortgage is $1,000, which I don't have any mortgages, I'll still say it's $1,100. And then once I do all of those overestimates on my expenses, if the numbers still make sense, then I will proceed with that particular investment. So guys, please do not get caught with your pants down like I did. Unless you have sexy legs like me, different story, jokes aside. So make sure that you are truly positive cash flow after you do that refinance. And of course, the last but not least is repeat. By all means, guys, do it 5, 10, 15, 20, 100 times because it's positive. You're making money. Just make sure that you've got that margin of safety. Now, to my method, look, I love my method. Personally, I buy, I rehab, I rent, I sell, I repeat. I've done it 500 times. I'm happy paying taxes because the more taxes I pay, it means the more money I'm making. God bless America. It's the best country in the world. I've got no problems paying my taxes. And look, I get to cash out of the deal. I get to use that money. I get to invest it in more transactions. And then I just keep throwing gasoline to the fire. Back in the day, I was doing 1 deal a month. Now I'm doing 20 deals a month. Now I'm even buying commercial real estate, multifamily, 6 units, 8 units, 12 units. I mean, I just keep growing because, guys, I've said it before in other blogs, cash is king. And the more cash that you have, ultimately, you know, the more deals you can do and the more profit you can make. What I am going to do when that time comes and when it's the right time, I'm going to buy, rehab, rent, and hold. So there's another one for you. The BRRRH method. BRRRR method. Buy, rehab, rent, and hold. When you have enough capital lying around and you do not want to continue doing the cycle of, you know, either refinancing and repeating the process or selling and repeating the process, you might as well just buy, rehab, rent, and hold, because at the end of the day, guys, you want that passive income, you want that financial freedom. And when you don't want to be active anymore, that's another great strategy, in my opinion. I think that would beat just buying and holding. Because you're not going to really buy the stress, so you're probably going to be paying top dollar. So I'm going to shut up now, but guys, that's pretty much it. The BRRRR method is great. It can really work in your favor. Just make sure you crunch the numbers. And there's another term for you, the BRRRSR method. You heard it here first. Engelo Rumora, the real estate dingo. I appreciate you watching. I'd love to hear your comments below. Guys, until the next vlog, you have a great day. Thanks.